taking place in the customer's mind. I think that one concept has served me better online than just about anything in recent months. It works amazing. Very, very good. Chris Slattery, good to see you. I tell you guys headlines, but when you get on Facebook and you start getting these fire like this, good to see you. Howdy, Chris. When you get on these Facebook pages, I got 7,000. Another page I managed 21,000. You know, not everybody's ready to read articles in a article format where it takes 10 minutes. FRH, good to see you. So you can't just post a article with a great headline every single hour. It just doesn't work like it used to. People skip over headlines more often now. That's why you gotta get better at headlines every day. But you only want to consume the long content so much on your page. So there's got to be other things like the memes and the funny stuff and the images and stuff on your Facebook page. You got to get that stuff on there. And you want to get on their frequency. You want to get something where that's exactly what they were thinking. And Tech Mobile, good to see you. I had that page with 21,000 people. I had about 3 posts here in the last 24 hours. Less than 24 hours now, and we have about 100. See, I got about 120 shares on one, 190 on another, 270 shares on Facebook on another, and this is in less than 24 hours. I think one of them yesterday in 2 hours had 99 shares, which is just incredible. But it's because it resonates with them, and they were like, I got to share this with my friends, and then it resonates with their friends and their friends and their friends. Birds of a feather flock together. So not only are you entering the conversation in their mind, they're sharing and entering the conversation in their friend's mind because they're so closely aligned. So it's very important that your headlines continue the conversation already going on in somebody's mind and how they're thinking, because then there's an instant connection there. And if you can add emotional connection value there, I think they call that EMV in a headline, then even better. So I want to go ahead and do a lot more scopes in the future about this Robert Collier quote. It works for me all the time. I'm constantly thinking about it when it comes to headlines. And, you know, stuff like 7 tips for whatever is a good headline. But that's usually just normal content that people are just looking to read one day. Intellectual soul, good to see ya. Which quote? The one that started the broadcast, Robert Collier. I'll read it here. Always enter the conversation already taking place in the customer's mind. That is a quote that might have been, okay, sorry about that. And that may have came up 80 to 100 years ago. He was part of the thought movement. I forget what kind of thought movement they called it, but it eventually headed into the law of attraction, which is popularized today. A lot of that thought movement. And so you just definitely want to use that for people that are in a decision process. So I was saying on the one yesterday, you might say something like 3 questions anyone should ask before they choose a realtor. 2 mistakes not to make before you choose the right attorney. These are really good headlines because there's somebody that would resonate, and on that frequency, that conversation's going on in their mind. They're like, hey, I need to pick out an attorney, but I don't want to make a mistake. They're afraid they're going to make a mistake picking the wrong attorney. And then all of a sudden this headline pops up that says 2 mistakes you don't want to make before you choose an attorney. So they're like, oh, you're thinking exactly what I'm thinking. So then they read the article, and then guess what? At the end of the article, they say, well, here's an attorney who we recommend. And just like that, you sniped, or you got a business for your law firm, because maybe you had amazing content, but the content wouldn't have got written had you not written a good headline. And your headline could have just been 2 tips that attorneys wish you knew, or something like that. And that's an okay headline, but it's very likely you're attracting a completely different crowd. That might be somebody that's 6 months away from deciding on an attorney, whereas you're looking for somebody that's right in the process of making a decision, and that way it might save you 6 months or 2 years of building that relationship funnel. And then, not to say increase your cash flow and turn cash on cash a lot faster. So If you're just joining now, Enter the Conversation Already Going On in the Customer's Mind by Robert Collier is what I started this broadcast with. I would highly recommend that for headlines. I'd highly recommend it for memes. And I'd highly recommend it for your Facebook pages to get them to go more viral. Catch you guys later.